What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again with another Manchester City live stream. Today we're going to be doing the live stream watch along of Manchester City's game against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. It's match day number 4 and Manchester City have the chance today to go to 10 points and sit in a very comfortable position when it comes to the halfway stage of the league format in the Champions League. So before I do crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest City content here on YouTube, so do subscribe to my channel. It is free. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on today's stream. That would be much appreciated. We're on to 24 likes, nearly a quarter of our way to 100 likes. So any help towards that, guys, would be much appreciated. You know the drill. Always aiming for that 100 likes. Also, don't forget as well to get your thoughts in the live chat, including what your score prediction is for today's game and also where you're tuning in from. Blossom, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Lil, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Susan, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Corey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in as well. Jay, I presume that Rayan Cherki's been benched because he's recently come back from injury. I don't think Man City will want him playing 3 times in a week, in particular high demand games against the likes of AFC Bournemouth, against Borussia Dortmund and also Liverpool, all home games but all high demanding games, so I presume a bit of rotation in place and Rayan Cherki has to miss out. I'd have liked to have seen him start, but here we are. I will speak more about the teams in just one moment. Corey going with a 4-2 win for Man City. Jay says Savinho under pressure, got to deliver today. Completely agree with that, my friend. Dave, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Says a draw for me. Reckons 1-1. Hoping that he's wrong. I'm hoping you're going to be wrong as well, Dave. It'd be great for City to win this game and go on to 10 points from 4 games. Puts us in a very good position. In particular, looking at the final 4 games, there's some real tricky games in there, including some tricky away games. Real Madrid away, a trip to the Arctic Circle against Bodo Glimt as well in January is not going to be easy on an artificial pitch in freezing cold conditions. So if the points are there, pick up the points now, sooner rather than later. Tusham, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Going with a 3-0 victory today for Man City. And Lil says, would I consider Doku world class because he's technically the best we've got for teams like Madrid or Liverpool? I think the term world class gets chucked out there a lot. I think I've seen enough of Jeremy Doku for me to say I think he's world class. He's certainly got a bag of potential, is what I would say. He's got the potential to be world class. I don't think he's anywhere close to being the finished article. A world class player is a player who's competing to win Ballon d'Ors. I'm looking at the likes of Rodri. I'm looking at the likes of Haaland. They're world class players. Doku isn't, in terms of a winger, hitting the same caliber as what Rodri brings to Man City in defensive midfield or what Erling Haaland brings to Man City in attack. Doku's got all the potential to go there. I just don't think he's there right now. Still relatively young as well. So we'll see if it does end up happening for him. If it does, it's going to be tremendous for him. It's going to be tremendous for Man City as well. We'll see what the future does bring. Now, before I do speak about the teams, don't forget you can go and leave your vote in the poll at the top of the chat. Who do you think's winning today? Do you think it's going to be a City win? Do you think it's going to be a Dortmund win? Or do you think it's going to be a draw? Do leave your votes in the poll. That would be much appreciated. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore is a free app to download. They're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They'll keep you up to date with the latest match information, the latest statistics, the latest team news, and so much more. It's got all your footballing needs all in one place, all in one app. Not just limited to football scores and information, it's got you guys covered for all the sports that you want to go and follow. So do go and check out SofaScore. The link is in the description, or you can use the link in the live chat, or you can use the QR code on screen. I do have my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you guys in just 1 second. It is 20 seconds long, and then we'll speak about the teams. a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's stream. So, having a look then at the early games. Chelsea's games just finished, so if you saw me glancing, I was just keeping an eye on what was happening in that Chelsea game. That's finished in Azerbaijan. Karabakh 2, Chelsea 2, so some drop points there for Chelsea. And Man City beat Villarreal in Champions League match day number 3. They travelled on the road against Paphos in Cyprus, and Paphos have pulled off a famous win against Villarreal by a 0-0. You do have 6 other games taking place at the same time as this Man City Borussia Dortmund game. You've got Ajax taking on Galatasaray in the Netherlands. You've got Benfica taking on Bayer Leverkusen in Lisbon. You've got Club Brugge taking on Barcelona in Bruges. You've got Inter taking on Kairat in Milan. You've got Manchester City taking on Borussia Dortmund in Manchester. You've got Newcastle United taking on Athletic Bilbao in Newcastle. And finally, you've got Marseille taking on Atalanta in Marseille in the south of France. But today we're going to be focusing on Man City's game against Borussia Dortmund. This game being broadcast live in the UK if you wanted to watch this game on TNT Sports. Alternatively, do my live watch along, so you can stay tuned and I'll keep you up to date with my commentary on what is happening in the game. You've got Simon Markinak as the referee from Poland today for this match between City and Dortmund. He averages a red card every 0.2 games, so 1 in every 5 games he shows a red card, and averages over 4 yellow cards in a game at 4.27. Champions League as well, there tends to be lots of little fouls that maybe you wouldn't see given in the Premier League, certainly given in the Champions League. So City got to be disciplined. We've seen the importance of keeping our players on the pitch, and you know, if you have a bit of ill discipline from your opponents, it always aids us. It helped Man City to pick up a comfortable 2-0 win against Napoli in Champions League match day number 1, our last game at the Etihad Stadium in the Champions League. And it's crazy to think that we've not played at the Etihad in the Champions League since September. It's now November, which is crazy to think about. So, we're going to have a look then at today's teams between Man City and Borussia Dortmund. We are going to have a look first at our opponents, which is Borussia Dortmund lining up with a 3-4-2-1 formation. They're lining up with Kobel in goal. They've got Anton, Schlotterbeck, and Baini starting as their 3 centre-backs. They've gone with Ryerson as their right wing-back, with Svensson as their left wing-back, going with a midfield 2 of Sabitzer and former City man Felix Nmecha. Further ahead of them, you've got Karim Adeyemi and Bier starting as their right winger and left winger, and Girassi starting as their striker. Now, Dortmund led by head coach Niko Kovac. On the bench for him today, he has got Ostrazinski and Meyer, their 2 goalkeepers. They've also got former City man Jan Couto, Emre Can, Anselmino, Jobe Bellingham, the brother of Jude Bellingham, Chuka Wameka, Pascal Gross and Fabio Silva. Plenty of options on the bench there. Fabio Silva, Pascal Gross, Bellingham, Chan, Couto. Real good options there for Dortmund should they need to. Now, for Manchester City lining up today with a 4-1-4-1 formation. City led by manager Pep Guardiola. He's decided to select in today's squad the goalkeeper, which is Gianluigi Donnarumma. They're going with a back 4 of Matheus Nunes, John Stones, Josko Gvardiol and Nico O'Reilly. So Ruben Dias is rotated in place of John Stones at the back for City today. A midfield 3 made up of Nico Gonzalez. Tijjani Reijnders returns back to the starting 11. Alongside him, Phil Foden. Interesting, Captain Bernardo Silva is rotated for today's game. No place for Oscar Bob in City's starting 11 for today. No place for Omar Marmoush. And the big call is Rayan Cherki on the bench for Man City today. Savinho starts for City on the right wing. Jeremy Doku on the left wing. And the inform Erling Haaland starts up top for City today. Some big calls. I was expecting to see 3 or 4 changes from Pep Guardiola, so it's not a surprise to see a few changes made. That's just purely based on rotation. We played on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. There's not a lot of minutes and a lot of turnover time between them 2 games, so it's always going to see a bit of rotation applied. I wouldn't be surprised for Liverpool to maybe see 2 or 3 more changes made by City. So I'm looking towards the players who normally start, who aren't starting in today's game. That includes Bernardo Silva, Ruben Dias. I'd probably throw Rayan Cherki in there as well. I'm almost certain that them 3 players, as long as they come out of today fit and they're fit and available on Sunday, they're 3 players that are going to be starting against Liverpool. So on the bench for City today, you've got plenty of options as well. Goalkeepers James Trafford and Marcus Bettinelli. You've also got Ruben Dias, Nathan Ake, Abdukodir Khusanov, Rico Lewis, Rayan Cherki, Bernardo Silva, Rayan Ait-Nouri, Oscar Bob, and Omar Marmoush. The big absentees for Man City today come in midfield. Mateo Kovacic, believed to be out for 3 to 4 months with a heel injury, and also not included in the squad due to some niggles and discomfort that he's felt, is Rodri. So we'll see if Rodri makes the squad against Liverpool. City don't want to take any risks, so as a precaution, Rodri won't be in the squad for Man City's game today against Borussia Dortmund. So that's City's starting 11. I'd love to know your thoughts of that, guys, in the chat, because I find that really interesting. I find it interesting not seeing Stones and Bernardo Silva in Man City's starting 11. They're being rotated. I think the biggest call is Rayan Cherki not featuring and going with Savinho instead. Savinho came on against Bournemouth at the weekend, and Savinho just didn't ever really seemed to hit it off. He was nowhere near as effective as what we'd already had on the pitch, and our momentum seemed to have slowed down because of it. I wasn't too impressed with how Savinho had played, and I'm surprised to see him start today. I didn't think Savinho did enough from the bench at the weekend to deserve a start here, and I think that's a real cruel blow for other players who I'd have thought would have been starting. Bernardo Silva, Rayan Cherki, I presume the reason is just purely for rotation. Oscar Bob, given his opportunity a couple of weekends back, didn't really take it either. So what we're seeing here is pretty much a little bit of rotation. And if you're asking me, where do I think that Man City weak spot's going to be? Well, I'd be looking at that if I were Borussia Dortmund. And I'd be thinking to myself, well, you've not got the leader at the back, Ruben Dias. You've got a little bit of inexperience with Nico O'Reilly on the left-hand side. You've got Savinho struggling to find a little bit of form starting as City's right winger. There potentially is some weaknesses dotted all around, and if I'm Borussia Dortmund, I'm looking towards their wing backs. I'm looking towards Ryerson and Svensson, and I'd be asking them to be asking a lot of questions of Manchester City's flanks, asking a lot of questions of Matheus Nunes and Savinho and then combinations, and asking questions of Nico O'Reilly and Jeremy Doku as well. Because I look at them, 20 years old Nico O'Reilly, 23-year-old Jeremy Doku, 21-year-old Savinho. There's a lot of inexperience there, and I think that Borussia Dortmund may look at that and potentially look to try and target that. So we'll see how this game does develop. Dortmund will have opportunities. Man City will have opportunities. This game is going to come down to who is going to be clinical, who's going to put that ball in the back of the net. City have got to make this game about quality. Dortmund, they've only lost once in all competitions this season. That was a 2-1 defeat against the very in-form Bayern Munich. In terms of their Champions League campaign, though, very strong. Then, like City, are on 7 points from their 3 games. A draw against Juventus that they'd picked up in match day number 1. 4-4. They know where the back of the net is. They'd picked up wins as well in match day number 2 and match day number 3. I believe there was a win against FC Copenhagen put in there away from home in match day number 3. Slipped my mind who they'd played in match day number 2, but it was a comfortable win for them. And at the moment, Dortmund sitting pretty strong and pretty comfortable. For Man City, it was match day number 1, a 2-0 win against Napoli. We followed that up with a 2-2 draw against AS Monaco in a game that we'd led twice and, in my opinion, should really have come away with 3 points. We didn't. But we did go to Spain and play Villarreal and picked up another comfortable 2-0 win. So we need to now try and follow this one up. You'd be looking at this and saying we're looking at two very good teams. Yeah, the safer bet here would be to look towards probably a score draw, a 1-1 or a 2-2 between Man City and Dortmund. But we've got to find a way to try and find Fortress Etihad Stadium again in the Champions League. That's our best bet to success. And our best bet to success for the Champions League for this season is finishing in them top 8 spots. Frees up our schedule through February. It means we don't have to run the risk of playing a really good team in a playoff to get to the last 16 as well. It'd also mean if we finish in the top 8 in the last 16, we are going to be playing at home in the second leg as well, which could be a very strong advantage. So that is pretty much what is on the line. We know what we've got to face. We know what we've got to do. Two Bundesliga teams in Champions League match day number 4 and Champions League match day number 5. Starting off today, Bonfire Night, 5th of November, where Manchester City take on Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully we'll see plenty of fireworks from Erling Haaland, the main man on the pitch, up top for Man City and former Dortmund man. And hopefully we can pick up a win in match day number 5 as well, where we're going to be taking on another team from the Bundesliga, where we'll be taking on Bayer Leverkusen. Won't be easy. And of course the return of Claudio Echeverri. So they're my thoughts. Do get your thoughts, guys, in the chat. Who do you think is going to win today's game? Tushen going 3-0 Man City. Lille going 3-1 to Manchester City as well. Hopefully, we can pick up the win and make things happen. 3-2-1, thank you for tuning in. Geffen, welcome, thank you for tuning in. Tito, welcome, thank you for tuning in as well. So, before we have the players before we have the players making their way out for today's game, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on today's stream. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're now only 8 likes away from 50, nearly halfway there. 8 minutes we've got until kickoff. 8 likes, I think we can make it happen. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes by the time we get to kickoff for today's game. Any help towards that would be great. Don't forget to get your thoughts in the live chat as well, including where you're tuning in from today and what your score prediction is. Don't forget to leave your vote in the poll as to who you think is going to win today's game. A lot of optimism. 96% of you guys going with a Man City win, 2% with a Dortmund win, and 2% with a draw. Jay going with a 2-1 victory today for Man City. Melody, welcome, thank you for tuning in. And John, welcome, thank you for tuning in as well. John helping to moderate today's chat. A couple of rules for you guys. Don't have many rules here on the JSGC stream, but if you are watching, I would appreciate you not spoiling it for others. I'm watching in real time, so there won't be anybody that is ahead of me watching today's stream, but I would appreciate that there are other people who maybe aren't as up to date, who may be watching from a variety of different sources, including watching it on streams online and stuff. So I'd appreciate nobody spoiling it in the chat. Just to allow people to enjoy their stream experience as much as if they were watching it, of course, in real time. So I would appreciate that. Also, don't forget as well to keep things clean and keep things nice and friendly. We all want to have a good time here on the stream. And yeah, that would be absolutely brilliant. Amadou, thanks for tuning in. Going for a 5-0 win today for Manchester City. Geffen going for a 3-1 victory. Going with Haaland, Doku and Foden with the goals for City. With Guirassy with the goal for Borussia Dortmund. I kind of want to stick down the same lines of, City making themselves difficult to beat, potentially keeping a clean sheet. I reckon quite a close game. I reckon 2-0 City. I reckon 2 second-half goals for Erling Haaland. I reckon 1 early in the second half. And then I reckon a later goal as Dortmund come forward to try and pick up a point. We hit them on the counter-attack, grab a second and kill this game off. So I'm going 2-0 today for Manchester City as my score prediction. So do get your score predictions, guys, in the live chat. Anyway, yeah, don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. Social media links are in the description as well. If you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And yeah, finally do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's stream. Do go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. Mark, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Going for a 2-0 City win today. I love that. John going with a nice positive 5-0 Man City win as well, which would be absolutely brilliant. So the players are now in the tunnel, ready to make their way out onto the pitch. Bernardo Silva on the bench. No Rodri in the squad today. Ruben Dias also on the bench. So it's Erling Haaland captaining Manchester City today. So he's going to lead Man City out for this game. City full of smiles and nice and positive. Picked up a win at the weekend against Bournemouth with a brilliant performance. Hopefully we can follow that up. Same again and pick up a win here. Excuse me, as well for this game between Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund. Kenneth is live. Morday going with a Haaland hat-trick, which would be absolutely brilliant. I presume they've had a light show going on at the Etihad. They had some pyrotechnics, so the ground looks a bit foggy and a bit smoky. I know it is bonfire night out there, so there's probably a lot of mist and fog coming in from elsewhere in the local area too, but that mist will clear away, so yeah. Kenneth, welcome. This is on a cruise. Enjoy your cruise. Nothing to update on yet. The game's not kicked off. Doesn't kick off for another 3 minutes as we do get the Champions League anthem playing out at the Etihad Stadium. So do feel free to boo along at home. So guys, we're just 6 likes away from 50. Can we hit 50 likes in the next 3 minutes in time for kickoff? Any help towards that would be great. So please do go and leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. As John says, the stream will end up being a little behind. I'm in real time, so no one will be able to spoil it for me, but there might be others who are not watching it in real time. So, yeah, in terms of the stream, I presume it's a few seconds behind where real time is. As we get Erling the Great. A little tifo on display by Manchester City showing their appreciation for today's captain. Jay, Rodri may make the squad. I don't think he'll start. I wouldn't risk a Rodri start. There's no need to run the risk of a Rodri start. I'd be telling Spain not to call him up to the international squad as well and let Rodri have another couple of weeks, and hopefully Rodri will be good to go after the international break from Newcastle away onwards. Hopefully. Right, we're nearly ready and set for kickoff, guys. We need 5 more likes for 100 likes. So, for 100, I wish. 5 more likes for 50 likes. So, any help towards that would be great. Good evening, Julia. Welcome. Do hope you are well. Today's choice of drink, just a 0 sugar Coca-Cola. The mist at the Etihad starting to clear away. Now 4 likes away. Schlotterbeck, the captain for Borussia Dortmund this evening. And we've got Erling Haaland, former Dortmund man. There we go. We're getting there with the captain's armband for City today. So, City lining up today with Donnarumma in goal. It's Matheus Nunes, John Stones, Josko Gvardiol and Nico O'Reilly as City's back 4. A midfield 3 made up of Nico G. Alongside him, Tijjani Reijnders and Phil Foden. Savinho on one side. You've got Jeremy Doku on the left. And you've got Erling Haaland starting up top. Dortmund lining up with Kobel in goal. Anton Schlotterbeck and Bessie Abeni as their 3 centre-backs. Ryerson starts on one side. You've got Svensson starting on the other. It's Sabitzer and Felix Nmecha, former City man. I like Felix Nmecha as well. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's starting in midfield for Borussia Dortmund. You've got Karim Adeyemi starting on the right-hand side, with Bier starting on the left-hand side, and Guirassy starting up top for Borussia Dortmund. So it's Dortmund who are going to get us underway for today's game. Playing in their yellow shirts, black shorts, and yellow socks. Attacking from right to left. They're going to attack the North stand here in the first half, Borussia Dortmund. So Man City attacking the south stand as normal, with Man City playing in their home shirts, so sky blue shirts, white shorts and sky blue socks, as Dortmund look to try and press forward a ball, dealt with by Manchester City. Savinho, though, gives the ball away, so Dortmund can come away with the football here inside Manchester City's half. Kenneth, it's 0-0. Game's only just kicked off. We're 20 seconds in, so you've not missed anything at the moment, my friend. In the meantime, we're going to end today's poll as we've had kickoff. I'm up in 95% of you guys thinking Man City going to win today's game. So a lot of optimism out there. I like it. Here's Dortmund then. Still got hold of the ball. Worked it from left to right. Here's Adeyemi. Chooses not to put a ball into the box, just works it backwards. City currently got everybody camped inside their own half. Evening, Andy. Do hope you're well, and do hope Allison is well, as we're now just 3 likes away from 50, so any help towards that would be great, guys. Here's a chance for Dortmund then. Put a ball into the box. They do. Josko Gvardiol reads it well, gets his right foot onto that and gets that one clear. Erling Haaland can't get that one under control. Dortmund look to play a ball through. Dealt with, though, by Josko Gvardiol. If he'd left that, the offside flag should have gone up, but he takes no chances and deals with it nonetheless, as Jeremy Doku has his pocket picked and Dortmund can win the ball back and they'll work it back to goalkeeper Kobel. So a chance here for City to try and push some of their players forward. Here is Kobel in goal. You've got the Dortmund fans having a good time there in South Stand. It's level 0 now. Apologies if you can pick up a bit of background noise. Got loads of fireworks going off near my house. Dortmund then sitting very comfortable on the ball. Play a nice long ball forward looking for Adeyemi. Offside flag doesn't come. In the end, worked out by Nico O'Reilly and out for a goal kick. Adeyemi wanted a corner for that, I think. Asks the question. Referee says goal kick, not corner kick. Looked like he kept himself onside there. Takes one touch. Long ball forward by City. Not City. Bit of a slow start this for City at the moment. Not found any way of connecting many of their passes together. Kobel sends that one forward then. Nunes gets his head onto it. Savinho gets a touch. Nearly gets dispossessed. In the end, Tijjani Reijnders is dispossessed instead. And again, Dortmund just going to try and lay this on to Manchester City. City, like that might have been a free kick, but isn't. Doku goes down. He wants a free kick. Again, referee says play on, no free kick. So this time Dortmund can come forward. City just struggling here first 3 minutes to settle themselves into this game, I think, as we do surpass 50 likes, which is brilliant. Now just 47 likes away from 100, over halfway to our 100 likes. So any help towards that would be great, guys. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. So Man City have got themselves a throw. It was slightly above the head there. I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been either Svensson or Sabitzer, I think. Not really seen City thread too many passes together. And again, Phil Foden, his little pass there, intercepted, does go out for another throw into City. But again, just City struggling to connect their passes. Here's Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes can't play his pass forward. Pep Guardiola says he wants to see a bit more intensity from City. It's been a very lacklustre first 4 minutes. Dan, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I imagine probably the Liverpool game. I'm not saying this is easy. It's not an easy game. But I imagine probably the Liverpool game. I just think Liverpool, Premier League champions. Looking to try and compete again. Squad full of quality. Yeah, this isn't an ideal game that you'd want before a Liverpool game, but Here we are. Good practice for that Liverpool game, though. Long ball then sent in by Dortmund. A long throw. Headed clear. Second time of asking by Erling Haaland. Matheus Nunes can get his foot onto that and hooks it clear. Odin, thanks for tuning in. Again, Dortmund connecting with their passes far better than City have. They've settled themselves into this game far better than City have. A ball comes into the box by Adeyemi, headed clear by Josko Gvardiol. Here's Savinho, finds a pass to Tijjani Reijnders. City then looking to burst forward. Got the run of Doku here on the left-hand side. City then, first chance really to connect an attack, and Doku sends a low ball in, and I'm not too sure what Foden was complaining about there. He played a harder passing, looking, I think, for the path of Reijnders. I think it's what he were looking for there. Yeah, I think he were looking for Reijnders, and Foden's not happy about... I think Foden was unhappy about a corner not being given. Definitely should have been a corner. That's what we were complaining about. Oatka, thanks for tuning in from Uzbekistan. Julia, Liverpool just started to hit a winning streak. 2 wins in a row for them. Welcome, Pete. So it's not here to ruffle some feathers tonight. Chat ball. What's our thoughts on Jobe Bellingham? I'm not a big fan of his parents being involved in his development. I think there's a real good player there, as you said there. I thought probably should have stayed with Sunderland. It probably didn't expect Sunderland to go up. I think a lot of Sunderland fans probably didn't expect them to go up. So yeah, here we are. Anyway. Ben Sabani penalised and City have themselves a free kick. Sean, thanks for tuning in. The Vodafone on Dortmund's kit, giving him the early 2000s United vibe when they were sponsored by Vodafone, of course. Yeah, the early 2000s. City remember United playing... when Roy Keane was playing, had a white shirt with the black Vodafone sponsor back in the day. It's a poor ball given away by Josko Gvardiol, and here comes Dortmund then, looking to try and get players forward. Adeyemi into the penalty area, some defending for City to do, and Nico G does well, gets his foot onto that, and will allow City to make the interception. Here is Josko Gvardiol playing a pass to Jeremy Doku, who's not really got anywhere to go other than potentially giving the ball away. City lucky there to get a throw in. So yeah. Yeah, I think... I'm not sure about Jobe Bellingham, to be honest. Not sure. I don't know what the Arsenal Dreamcast shirt is. Let me have a look. Arsenal Dreamcast. Just a little bit before my time. Is that in the late 90s? I remember when they were sponsored by... were they sponsored by JVC, I think, at one point? I remember that. But that might just be from Arsenal fans wearing retro kits that I see the JVC one. Anyway, here's City. Just hooked a ball into the Dortmund area, which was whacked clear. Probably City's best opportunity to get forward yet, to be honest. It's taken us 9 minutes to settle ourselves in. Here's Savinho. No real support. The passing from City's not been sharp. Here's Foden, though, with a shot and stings the hands of the keeper. And I don't know how Savinho's not followed that one up. I think Savinho weren't expecting it. It was a wicked shot, that from Phil Foden. It stings the hands of the keeper. It's straight at him, but he can't keep hold of it. And Savinho, to give Savinho credit, reads it well, really well. Lucky for Savinho. If he had put it in the back of the net, it would have been disallowed because, well, he was offside by a good yard. It was a very big win for Spurs last night. Arsenal seem like they're cruising as well. Andy says Preston 1-0 up. Mick Sid will be happy then. I don't think he's gone to today's game. Ugh. But he's not tuning in on the chat either. Don't know what he's doing. Anyway, here's Dortmund then. Looking to try and get the ball forward. Played long. Nico G in the right place at the right time. Helping make them interceptions. Dortmund's still so aggressive off the ball. Winning that ball back. Looking for them interceptions. Putting City under pressure. The distribution from City's got to be pinpoint today. As a ball gets played across. Matheus Nunes gets his head to it. Good combination between him and Savinho means City can come forward. Here is Tijjani Reijnders then to Phil Foden. City just going to take the time. Nico G now to Josko Gvardiol in a little bit of space as City look to push forward. John, City wearing the IDOS kit. First ever City kit was Nicky Weaver's green IDOS kit. 6-year-old me weren't a big fan of blue back in the day. He liked the green and went for the IDOS kit. Don't know why I went for the goalkeeper shirt, but here we are. I think it was long sleeve as well. Good times. Good times. I seem to remember Arsenal having a really smart gold shirt that I always liked back then as well. I seem to remember Freddie Ljungberg scoring a goal when he had the, when he had the red strip in his hair. Bertram, thanks for tuning in. We are getting worked. I think City are just hoping to ease this off and hope that Dortmund tire, that they start to sit back a little bit. Dortmund's obviously done their homework here and on early goals. They're going to go for the high press, a little bit like Spurs did. Excuse me. I'd say the only difference is that Spurs game came so early in the season that I feel like City have settled and found a bit of form and found the rhythm a little better than what we did back in August. So going for a replica of how they played, it's not going to be easy. Josko Gvardiol penalised for stepping forward there, and I think his foot there just catches the Dortmund player. The striker, Giesi it was, gone down. So free kick for Dortmund. Denny, thanks for tuning in. Says gutted that he's not started. I presume you mean Cherki. He must be saving him for Liverpool. I think it's just because he's recently back from injury that he doesn't want to overuse Rayan Cherki. I presume that it would mean that Ruben Dias, Bernardo Silva, Rayan Cherki, all on the bench today, are going to be starting against Liverpool. You'd think there's a reason why we've rotated them. That'd probably make the most sense. Anyway, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Now just 43 likes away from 100. Do subscribe and do go check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Here's Matheus Nunes getting his feet muddled up, and he does well just to recover, and he'll get a free kick there for City as well. Dortmund's pressing game very much on it, so City got to be wary of that. A very careful game of football. No shots, we had one shot from Foden, but no real opportunities as Matheus Nunes looks to try and play in Savinho, and I think a free kick given for Man City as well. Svensson into the book. Never looked like Savinho were going to get there, but he does. He does well there, Savinho. And Svensson into the book early on. Yeah, I've heard that City Nissan deal's ending soon. If they do go for a car manufacturer, I wonder who it'll be. They've had work with Nexon Tyre before. So a free kick here for City. Phil Foden stood over this. As is Tijjani Reijnders. Looks like it's going to be a Foden effort. He goes low and straight into the midsection of Kobel. A comfortable save. Long ball sent forward by Kobel, cut off by Tijjani Reijnders, and I think that's the first opportunity that we've really seen of City applying their own press and trying to make things happen. Here is Josko Gvardiol, goes back to Donnarumma in goal. Dortmund had more possession than City, 52% for them and 48% for Manchester City. The 4 rings of Audi is what Jean's hoping for. I don't know which car company they'll go for, to be honest. I'd have thought, judging off City's work with Nissan, also looking to improve their relations in the Far East, that they might be looking for that maybe. Here's Savinho, gets a corner for City off Svensson. Savinho starting to cause some problems now. Yeah, maybe they might go for one of the Far Eastern manufacturers. Corner comes in, headed clear by Dortmund, falls to the edge of the area for Tijjani Reijnders to put his foot through it and can't connect, and that will go out for a throw into Dortmund. It's been I'd agree with the great Egg. Yeah, pretty equal start here. Bugatti. I wonder if City would go with a premium brand. I don't know. Good work that by Savinho. He's unlucky. Dortmund can get that one clear. Trying to make things happen on this right-hand side. Dortmund have done well here. Yes, he can bring the ball forward for them. And Nico G does ever so well there to make the interception for Manchester City. Here's Savinho. He's got nowhere to go. He's still got hold of the ball somehow. I don't know how. And he goes down, and that's going to be a free kick in the Champions League. Does well there, Savinho. He does well. What sports do Rolex go and sponsor? Have they got thingies with tennis? Imagine it'd probably be looking towards markets like Formula One. The effort comes in from Nico G. Falls to Jeremy Doku, and the referee's going to stop the game for offside. Yeah, golf, car racing, tennis. Rolex too premium for football. I mean, there's a heck of a lot of money knocking around in football. So Kobel sends this ball forward. Header should be won by City. It is. Josko Gvardiol gets his head onto that. Dortmund win that second ball. Haaland trying his hardest to get that. No, I'd say it's very true, Odin, about the fan base and the target markets. To be fair, though, you know, you've got lots of other brands and stuff that sponsor City that, you know, you're not stuff you're going to see every day. You know, Etihad Airways is a good example of that. In terms of, you know, the majority of people that have, you know, aren't flying Etihad to Abu Dhabi and around the world to Singapore and everywhere. Thank you, the Mad Hatter, for tuning in. I think Savinho, I don't think Savinho's been too bad. He's looked like he might make some. Let's see what he does here. He's in a great position. Here's Savinho. Doesn't make anything happen. Maybe the Mad Hatter is right. No, I get where you're coming from. He's a frustrating player. He's got bags of potential, and you can see the potential. You can see the potential. Just needs that end product, doesn't he? Needs that end product for me. Anyway, here's Tijjani Reijnders to Foden. He might have another crack here and does it in! Phil Foden! Opening goal for Manchester City. Edge of the penalty area. Very similar to the effort that he had a few minutes ago where he was just straight at the keeper. It was all power, no precision. This time goes for his precise shot and goes into the back of the net. And Phil Foden sees Manchester City find the all-important opening goal here at the Etihad, and it's City 1, Dortmund 0. Cracking effort that from Phil. A real good effort from Foden, that. That top 20, just over 20 yards out. Opens up for him on his stronger left foot. Into the bottom corner. Good stuff. Just uses Schlotterbeck there as his angle to just curl it around him. Nice and low. It's so difficult for the keeper to get down, and the pace of the ball sends it into the back of the net. And still wearing his bandage, got to be Phil Foden. Goes and has a little selfie with one of the fans as well. Enjoys himself. Tell you what, it's a set of turkey teeth that on that fan then. Good grief. Here's Savinho. What can he do for City? Finds Doku just about. Doku looking to try and take his man on. Manages to keep this one in. Dortmund have got everybody back. Here's Nico O'Reilly now. Great time for this to find a second. It really would. Andy Man, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And oh, God, keeper's clattered Tijjani Reijnders there. Referee says play on. Ball gets played into the area. Adeyemi's picked the ball up. And now Dortmund are going to come away. Tijjani Reijnders has stayed down for City. He's hurt and referee's going to stop that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Melody, who got the assist. I'll wait for another replay of the goal. A good finish that from Foden. Carol Ann, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Watching from the US. Where are you tuning in from, Carol Ann? Andy says my feed way ahead of his feed. But on the upside, you know, you're in Chicago. Or at least I've always presumed that you're in Chicago, having the Cubs as your picture, so, yeah. Carol Ann tuning in from the southwest. Southwest a big area. Could be somewhere exciting. Could be a Vegas. That'd be exciting. Tijjani Reijnders, I'm informed by Andy, is the man with the assist. Yeah, the Windy City, and it's windy today. Has it gone cold there now? I remember putting my video up from the Chicago Bears a few weeks back, and people were like, it's enjoyable in the sunshine, wait till it gets cold. And a few people were saying, normally around December, January, it gets really cold there watching the games at Soldier Field. So I presume it starts to get cold in around a few weeks' time. Yeah, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's warmer than it is here. We use Celsius, so I've learnt to convert. It's about, about around 13 to 16 degrees Celsius. You're looking at about, what's that, about 50, 55-ish. So, slightly warmer than it is here. It'll go a lot colder there than it goes here as well. Caroline's just showing off in the 70s. That's summer for us. And summer's long gone. Nice and sunny too. We've had plenty of rain today. I love Dortmund's post, actually. Welcome to Manchester. A little reference towards Carlos Tevez and the rain. Welcoming the yellow wall to the rain as Erling Haaland bursting forward here for City. Bursting forward. Surely Nico O'Reilly makes this 2 and somehow Kobel makes the save. That should have been it. That should have been it. That should have been 2. Bursting run there from Erling Haaland. And Nico O'Reilly there on his left foot. Should have bagged. Should have been 2. Andy Man, I'm in Greater Manchester. I'm near Bolton. It's about 10-ish miles off Manchester. On the outskirts to the west. Here's Foden. Corner. Looks like he's going near post. Headed clear. It's not a million. Salford's a bigger place than people think. So I'm not too far off the western side of Salford, but actual Salford, the city itself, not too far. Here's Doku. Haaland 2. Can't score goals and not have Erling Haaland contributing to them. It's a simple ball just played across and Haaland's there just to stroke home, and City. Couple of goals in quick succession, taking this game away from Borussia Dortmund. A well-taken goal, and it's big Erling Haaland with another goal for Manchester City. And City look hungry tonight. Good stuff. A good finish that as well. Good finish. Assist for Doku. Doing the world of good. Plays it right across. There's Haaland. Just hammers that home. Easy peasy. A Doku assist. Ugh. Got to keep going. That's giving away Dortmund 6s and 7s here. 6s and 7s into the penalty area. Here's Foden. Oh, he's looking for Haaland. Dortmund could get this clear. Right, we're 2/3 of our way through this first half. knows a lot about Salford. I don't know too much about Salford. Pep Guardiola lives in Salford. Do you know that? That was a loud firework. I don't know if the mic picked that up then. Here's Dortmund then coming forward. Should be cut off by Josko Gvardiol and does. His positioning for Gvardiol today has been very good, and City have got themselves a free kick as well. Aye. Bay, as they say in Germany. All over the place. There's a naughty little challenge that on Jeremy Doku. Studs up over the ball. Naughty little challenge. Definitely worthy of a yellow card. Not sure if the ref's given a yellow card or not. John says getting a United ad on the City channel. We'll be having words with these ads. Can't be having that. What were they advertising? It's a nasty challenge. Given away by City, and here's Dortmund. Don't want to give them a route into this game. Here's Bellingham, cut off very well there by. Has to be Josko Gvardiol. Has to be Josko Gvardiol cutting it off. And is that going to be another free kick? And it is. Jeremy Doku getting some high fives. See, Dortmund are sponsored by Polestar on their sleeve. They've got a car manufacturer as their sleeve sponsor. How are we doing for the likes then? 36 to go to 100. Don't forget to subscribe. And do go and check out today's video sponsor. So for score links and details there in the description. Here is Savinho getting forward. And a shot comes in and a good save by Kobel, and City could really have scored 3 or 4 if they wanted to. They haven't, but they could have. It was definitely worthy of at least a yellow, I thought, that challenge. But yeah, here we are. Here's Adeyemi. I thought Josko Gvardiol were going to slide in there. He doesn't, and it's too heavy of a pass, and that's out for a goal kick. You see, Dortmund pressed well first 10 minutes. And they've struggled really since City have grabbed the opening goal. Dortmund really struggled for a bit of rhythm. It's a nasty challenge the more I get that replay on Jeremy Doku. I've not got the sound on. I presume the commentators are talking about how nasty of a challenge it is. And you see reds for it. You do. You see red cards for it. Here's Doku. Oh, that's a beautiful ball to Savinho. Here's Matheus Nunes bursting forward. Savinho can't get it past his first man. It is an irony, you're right, John, with Qatar Airways. I guess at the end of the day, UEFA have their own sponsors, so the UEFA sponsors have to be shown. There's all kinds of regulations that they put in place in the stadium on Champions League match days. Champions League match days are very different to Premier League and FA Cup and League Cup and friendlies, Community Shield, international games. Yeah, they're very different Champions League games. Very different. Even from the stuff they sell on the concourse, it's different. If I'm City, I'm thinking of killing this game, trying to get a third and start thinking about Liverpool. Fireworks are loud tonight. Into the 36th minute then. City 2-0 up here against Dortmund. Goals for Phil Foden and Erling Haaland. Give City a 2-goal lead. It's been a good half. A real good half. Pete says he's looking forward to the Forest game. Who's Forest got tomorrow? Odin, my week's not been too bad, thank you, you. Not been too bad. Nearly a through ball there from Dortmund. How's your week been? Yeah, mine's been slow and quick at the same time. Not slow and quick, long, but the pace hasn't been too bad. It does get a little easier as the week goes on, I hope. Got a big hard grafting day tomorrow. Should be good from there. Here's Haaland. Ball comes into the back post looking for Nico O'Reilly and a corner given. I don't know who. Who's going to be the next James Bond, to be honest. It's been, I mean, when was the last Bond film? It seems like forever ago since Daniel Craig left. Apologies if I look tired and I'm yawning and everything. It's not late, it's just out up early. Right. Here's Foden. With the corner. I'm not going to beat the first man. Yes, Andy man, we do get snow, but not loads and loads. You go to the higher ground in the UK, you'll get more. And the further north you go, it gets colder, obviously, and you get more likely to get snow. Where I am, we do tend to get snow. I'd say it probably snows maybe 3-4 times a year. Nothing too drastic. It's weird, the UK, because like you can go maybe 30-40 miles further east to the hills, and you get a lot more snow there than you would where I am. And a shot comes in, that's well saved by Donnarumma. And that's the key here. Donnarumma's not had much to do. Just guess makes a good save. Chance here for Dortmund to get something into the box. They choose not to do it. Ball comes in. Josko Gvardiol's been so solid at the back for City today. Real solid at the back. Last Craig era Bond film. 2021. It's a few years back then, isn't it? 4 years. I don't know how long they normally take between Bond eras to find the next Bond. I feel like the cinema's been a bit flat over the last year or two. So I'm surprised I've not decided to chuck a film out there. It was Adeyemi with that shot. It was a good save from Donnarumma getting low down. Anyway, we're into the 40th minute now. We are 34 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. These are quite an important 5 minutes or so just to navigate. I do always stress the importance of a 2-0 scoreline. It gives you the killer 2-goal cushion. Means everyone's anxiety can be eased. You've got, something to play with at 2-0. We concede, it's not the end of the world. 2-0 is always, though, a dangerous scoreline. Next goal crucial. 3-0 probably kills the game off. 2-1, halves the deficit. Tails will be up, and it becomes very difficult. Good quick passing here from Man City, although they're going to get dispossessed. I think it was Nico G, or was it John Stones actually dispossessed? And that was, there's Donnarumma coming out and fisting it clear. Could have been caught. Going back to, not a free kick for City. Going back to the goal we conceded against Bournemouth at the weekend. That all came about from Donnarumma trying to fist it rather than catching it. The ball was there to be caught. Could have caught it. So the gap between Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig, 4 years from 2002 to 2006. So yeah, we're hitting that landmark now, aren't we? Andy Mann, no. Rodri not on the bench today. He's not deemed fully fit. City didn't want to take any risks, so as a precaution, not included him in the matchday squad. Jeff, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Dortmund. I don't think Dortmund have played too bad. A bit like Bournemouth. I don't think they've played too bad. It's just when the opportunities have come about, City have been pretty lethal in front of goal. And if we'd been more lethal, this game would have been out of sight. Anyway, 3 minutes to half-time. Plus whatever's to be added on, of course. That's an excellent interception from Nico G. Here's Erling Haaland. City just going back here, looking for a bit of space. Here's Phil Foden. Worked well here to Savinho. Edge of the penalty area. Can he do something? Here's Haaland. Haaland with the shot and Kobel with the save straight at him. I find that pretty comfortable. Amazon could be delayed. Have Amazon got the broadcasting rights to Bond now then? Amazon owns Bond. There we go. Learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Do learn something new every day. Right, here is Matheus Nunes. Looking for a bit of space, and Savinho looked offside and is offside. Into the final minute, plus whatever's to be added on, and Nico G makes a fantastic interception there for Manchester City. Is eventually given away. So we're going to be entering into added time very soon. Don't tend to add loads and loads on in the Champions League, so I'm probably going to go maybe a minute or two. Savinho looks to play a pass forward. It's unlucky. Well read by Kobel, and he'll get that one clear. Dortmund can't stop that from going out, so it's going to be a throw-in. So into the first of 2 minutes. Caroline, my name's Jay. That's what the J stands for in JSGC. My name, Jay. I wish it stood for something far more exciting, but it doesn't. Pretty self-explanatory. Is Jeremy Doku. He gets forward. I shouldn't have got forward, but he did. And he looks a bit frustrated there, Doku, that he didn't manage to create something a bit more. In the end, Kobel gathers it up. Thank you very much, Caroline. Much appreciated. Right, final minute. Well, with 30 likes, 3-0 away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is in the description. John, very correct. I feel like my Instagram handle gives it all away. 4 years. It's a long time. It's a long time. Same amount of time that Bond's been away. There we go. Geffen says 1-0 Inter. No surprise, I'd expect them to be beating Kairat at home. There's Dortmund then. One last chance for them. Shot comes in and out for a goal kick, and that should take us to half time here at the Etihad Stadium. It's been a good first half of football from Manchester City. Couple of goals, a clean sheet. Just more of the same. Got to keep going. Got to keep going for the second half. Don't really give Dortmund a route back into this game. Dortmund are a very good team. You know, we've got a 2-goal advantage at half time. Protect the 2-goal advantage. Keep pushing, see if we can get that all-important killer third goal and kill this game off. Big game coming up at the weekend against Liverpool. That's got to be the focus for Man City going into the second half. So, guys, don't forget, do leave a thumbs up on today's stream. We're aiming for 100 likes, 29 likes to go. Also, don't forget as well to get your thoughts in the live chat. What are your half-time thoughts? Do let me know. If there's anything that's to be changed at half-time, what would you change? Or if there's any substitutions second half, what do you think you'd go about doing in terms of maybe rotation, a bit of rest, or maybe a player or two you think maybe not been performing as well as you'd hoped, and you think someone else on the bench might be able to do a better job? Do get your thoughts in the chat. Also, don't forget as well to go and subscribe. It is free to subscribe. Now less than 900 subs away from my aim of 48,000 subscribers. Don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. My X, Instagram and TikTok links are all in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. That would be great. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest scores from around the grounds. They're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest match information, the latest team news, the latest statistics, not just limited to football, scores and info. It's got you guys covered for all the sports that you want to go and follow, whether that be darts, rugby, cricket, American football, every sport. It's all on there, so do go and check it out. It is free to download, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. So we're going to use SofaScore to have a look at what the statistics are saying for today's game. So, City, in the end, managed to end up having more possession than Borussia Dortmund. 52% possession for City, 48% for Dortmund. The key aspect here is in terms of creativity and shots. 11 shots for City, forcing 6 saves from the goalkeeper, scored a couple of goals. City been very much on it from an offensive point of view. 11 shots, 7 on target. Dortmund with just 4 shots, 1 on target, forcing 1 save from Donnarumma. In terms of the passing stats, 246 passes for City, 227 for Dortmund. It's not too far away, but because City have found ways to create opportunities, score goals and get them big chances, 2 for City, none for Dortmund, the expected goal rate for two teams that are looking fairly similar in terms of their passing and ball distribution and possession. You'd think the expected goal rate would be a little closer than it is for City at 1.39, so scoring 2 goals in the first half, pretty good. For Dortmund, though, 0.22. So, not really looked like scoring or testing, and I think that's been probably Dortmund's biggest problem and something that Dortmund probably going to have to sort out rather soon into the second half, trying to find ways to create opportunities, have shots, test Donnarumma, test the defence of City and see if they can come about scoring the next goal, because realistically Dortmund have got to score the next goal to get back into this game. You fancy one more City goal in this game, and you fancy with how solid City have been so far this season that really that would be that. So yeah, that's my half-time analysis. City cruising, in control, looking good. More of the same, please, going into the second half. Just having a look at the other scores. So 2 full-time scores. Paphos of Cyprus 1, Villarreal 0. Famous win for Paphos there in Cyprus. Karabag 2, Chelsea 2. Difficult away game and a far away game in Azerbaijan for Chelsea today, and they've dropped points. Half-time scores from the other games in the Netherlands: Ajax 0, Galatasaray 0. In Portugal, Benfica 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Bayer Leverkusen, Man City's next opponents in the Champions League at the Etihad Stadium for match day number 5 later on this month. In Belgium, Club Brugge 2, Barcelona 1 at half-time. Inter Milan lead at the San Siro by a goal to 0 against Kairat. Man City 2-0 up against Borussia Dortmund. Newcastle a 1-0 up against Athletic Bilbao. Dan Burn with the goal on 11 minutes for them. And finally, in France, Marseille are drawing 0-0 against Atalanta. So you're all up to date in terms of half-time scores and statistics and everything. So, do get your thoughts in the chat. That would be much appreciated. As I said, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We're now 27 likes away from 100. If we can have a big push towards 100 likes at half-time, that would be great. And also don't forget as well to get your thoughts in the live chat. Also, do go check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. So, I do have some half-time entertainment for you guys to enjoy. It is brought to you by my partner channel, MixSid, who is a Preston fan, I will add, is probably in a very happy mood. They're 2-0 up right now against Swansea, following up their impressive 1-0 victory, 2-0 victory away from home against Southampton at the weekend. So it'll be a very happy Mixid. But he's today's halftime entertainment. Do go and check him out. Links and details there in the description. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, and I'll see you ready for the second half. This is Mixid bringing you the Clover Club.
What's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another cocktail. It's the first one of the year, and what we're going to do, we are going to make a Clover Club. So with this one, it is a pre-Prohibition era cocktail. So this dates before the 20th century. So this goes back to the 1800s, where I think it is founded in Philadelphia. So with the Clover Club, it was repopularized in 2008, as it made its comeback in fashion. As it came back into fashion in New York, quite conveniently actually in Brooklyn. So as you can see, we've got a Brooklyn gin, so it's only fitting that we use this gin for this particular cocktail. So with the Clover Club, it's quite a tarty one, but it's also quite sweet as well. But the gin makes this cocktail, absolutely makes it, and the quality of the gin determines how good a Clover Club is. And Brooklyn gin, I cannot wait to try this. I've not actually used it before for a cocktail, so this will be the first time, as Just GC was kind enough to bring it back from New York for me, so this will be the first time actually trying it. So with the Clover Club, when it came back in 2008, it was Julie Rayner who opened a cocktail bar in Brooklyn that named for this classic drink. So naturally, So with the bar, it put a Clover Club on the menu, and the cocktail has remained there ever since. So if you do go there, you'll see a Clover Club. So that's one thing Just GC did miss. But for the Clover Club, it's going to say it is a Philadelphia one, as this is the claim to fame in the cocktail scene. You know, it was repopularised back in New York, Brooklyn. So let's make the Clover Club, so the modern version of it. So with the Clover Club, it is 2 ounces of gin, so 60ml, 1 ounce of raspberry syrup, 30ml, and 1 ounce of lemon juice, 30ml. And then of course you garnish it with raspberries, and of course you use the egg white as well. So get your cocktail glass, and what we're going to do now is prepare the drink. So let's get straight into this. So get your cocktail shaker and put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. First into the tin, my friends, is 60ml or 2 ounces of gin. We are using Brooklyn gin, so this is a dry gin. Next, 30ml or 1 ounce of raspberry syrup. Next, 30ml or 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Last but not least, 1 egg white. Put your lid on. And what we're going to do now is give it a nice hard shake for 30 seconds. Get your cocktail glass and strain into it. What we're going to do now is garnish it with 3 raspberries. And there we go, 1 Clover Club. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. How does the Clover Club taste? One little tip here from one bartender to another. If you ever do the egg white to get a bigger foam, is do a dry shake first. So 2 shakes. So 1 shake before the ice, and then another shake with the ice applied. That's how you get a little bit of a better foam. I still like the result. It's a very nice one. But I think it could be a little bit better. That's always my little tip for you. Something I have got to do today. Tell you what, this cocktail is absolutely banging. It is absolutely beautiful, that. I mean, with gin, it can be a little bit sour when you have gin because it's a sour spirit, but that is a very nice combination, especially with the lemon juice. So it has a little bit of tartiness to it, but it's nicely balanced. And I think the gin, if you have a quality one like this, Brooklyn gin is very nice. This is my first time of trying it, and that is smooth. One thing I will say. Jay definitely knows his booze. One thing I will say for him, I should send him out more often to get some booze back, because that is absolutely quality. I recommend that, really. But the Clover Club, I think that's a solid 9 out of 10. It's very close to a 10 out of 10. But if you're a gin lover, I think that's a 10 out of 10 as well. If you love your gin, I would recommend the Clover Club. Smooth, tarty and sweet all at the same time, but not overpowering. That's the key to this cocktail. And it's nicely decorated as well. I'll only knock a mark off for my sloppiness. I'm not doing the dry shake beforehand. That's my only critique of myself. But that, my friends, is the Clover Club. If you've got any better recipes, or if you've got any American cocktails that you want me to make on this channel, do let me know in the comments below, as I'm always looking for new recipes. And this is the start of 2025. So that, my friends, is the Clover Club. So have a nice weekend, and I will see you guys for the next cocktail. But if you are new around here, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to Mix It for more cocktails like this, and I will see you guys for the next one. Cheers. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what to change the score to a 10 out of 10. I don't like it that much. That is my last one, 10 out of 10.
And a big thank you to Mixed for providing today's halftime entertainment. Do go and check them out. Links and details, they are in the description. So, players are back out ready for the second half. It's going to be Manchester City getting us underway, attacking from right to left, with Dortmund attacking from left to right. Man City going to be attacking the north stand here in the second half, with Dortmund attacking the south stand. It's going to be Tijjani Reijnders, I think, that's going to be getting us underway for this second half. And we do have kickoff for the second half now. Citizens Africa, thanks for tuning in. Got to be a case of same again from Man City for this second half. If I was City, I'd be pushing these next 15 minutes or so, trying to grab a goal and kill this one off. Long ball sent forward. Haaland with the flick on. Here's Tijjani Reijnders. Got the run of Doku. Doesn't use him. Goes to the right. Here's Savinho. Takes his man on himself, and a good save from Kobel. Goes across goal there, Savinho. A good effort. Here's Doku. Keeps it alive. Work to the edge of the penalty area. Dortmund managed to get a head onto it and win the second ball, so they can come away with the football here. A chance here for Dortmund to come forward as well. City want the offside flag. It doesn't go up. Still kept alive here by Dortmund. Into the City penalty area. Ball gets played across. Nico G gets that header onto that. Doesn't get it right. And shot from Nmecha there is sliced and wide. Good effort that from Savinho. Goes low, keeper has to get down. Pulls off a good save. Don't really see what else Savinho could have done with that. I think he does everything right. Thank you very much, Caroline, for tuning in. And have a fantastic rest of your day. Here's Phil Foden. Just plays a pass back. Foden under pressure. Does well. Dropping deep there, Foden. Bernardo Silva would be proud of that. Is Nico O'Reilly. That's good work from Nico O'Reilly as well. Finds his pass to Nico G. Super stuff. Caroline, you're more than welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Here's Schlotterbeck. Matheus Nunes just ran into him. Wanted a free kick. Referee says no. Up you get. Good diagonal ball played in by Dortmund. Here's Adeyemi. Cross comes in. It's deep. Hooked back in. City should be able to defend this. And will. Kevin says Newcastle now just gone 2-0 up. Against Athletic Bilbao. Here's Savinho on the right then for Man City. Work now to the left. Here's Doku. To Nico G. Here's Josko Gvardiol now to Doku. Doku just centralising himself a little bit more. Nico O'Reilly tries to play a pass forward to Jeremy Doku. Cut off well by Dortmund, so it'll be a throw-in as the Dortmund fans continue to make some noise at the Etihad. Despite the team being 2-0 behind, seems to be enjoying themselves. Here is Savinho then picking the ball up on the right-hand side for City. Just centralising himself, finds a pass to Haaland. Here's Phil Foden. He's got space for Doku here on the left. Can he take his man on? You bet Jeremy Doku can take his man on into the penalty area. Now to Gvardiol, crossing position, whipped in, headed clear though by Dortmund. Haaland should keep this one in for City. Here's Matheus Nunes to Phil Foden. Here's Josko Gvardiol. Gives the ball to Matheus Nunes. Phil Foden once more. Here's Savinho now on the right-hand side. A good spell of possession this for Man City. As we're into the 51st minute. City lead here by 2-0 against Borussia Dortmund of Germany. So don't forget, guys, do leave a thumbs up. We're aiming for 100 likes. Now 21 likes away, so any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Manchester City just dominating the possession in this second half. Can't be easy for Dortmund. 2-0 behind. Now not seeing all that much of the ball. Chasing the game. And you have to wonder just how long it's going to be before Kovac, manager of Dortmund, gives it before he decides that he's going to make a change. Here's Doku. Oh, that's a lovely ball forward to Nico O'Reilly. Here's Doku now to Foden. Nico G. Again, just small little exchanges of passes by City. Happy just to knock this around. Patient build-up. Savinho. Oh, he does well. Pass Svensson and gets a corner for City. Svensson has to be careful. Already on a yellow card, the left wing-back. For a foul on Savinho in the first half. Does get back well there, though, and makes the interception. So it's going to be a corner, which Phil Foden's going to take on Manchester City's attacking right-hand side. Be swung in by the left boot of Phil Foden. Josko Gvardiol's in there. Haaland's in there. Nico G's in there. Nico O'Reilly's in there. Corner comes in, looking for the near post, finds the head of Nico O'Reilly, but he can't do much with it, and that will go behind for a goal kick to Dortmund. I think Savinho's looked very lively today. It'll be good for him to go out and grab a goal. As we get confirmation of that goal from Newcastle. Joelinton it was with the goal for Newcastle. Surely can't be long before Dortmund go to the bench. We've got an abundance of quality on the bench as well. Couto, he's on there. Sent forward by Dortmund. And Adeyemi's got a bit of space here. Josko Gvardiol's going to get back and make a crucial interception. Is Donnarumma then for City. Got to be careful. He's got to keep hold of it for 6 seconds or less. Yeah, it's a lovely drop of the shoulder from Jeremy Doku. And Nico O'Reilly's in an acre of space on that left-hand side. He was asking for it, but doesn't get it. Here's Savinho. Edge of the penalty area. Again, just City just get into a good position, then have to turn back and they slow it down. Andy, I think, again, yes, Savinho lively, makes things happen, but end product, got to be working on this end product. He's got to make things happen. If you're an attacker for City, you've got to be scoring and assisting, because if you're not, you're probably not going to be starting the next game. It's just how it is. If you're not scoring and assisting, you've got other players who will. Here's Nico O'Reilly, finds his pass to Haaland. Here's Doku. Haaland has the shot and straight at the keeper. Good work that from City. Good one-touch football. In terms of Erling Haaland's shooting ability, I think you'd consider that a pretty tame effort. He'll be disappointed with that. It's flat, scuffed and straight at the keeper. Long ball sent forward by Dortmund isn't it. It doesn't connect. I'll go out for a throw-in on City's left-hand side, which Nico O'Reilly is going to take. O'Reilly then launches this ball forward looking for Haaland. He gets the pressure on there, Haaland. He goes searching for a free kick and doesn't get one there. And here's City then coming forward. Haaland into the penalty area. Doku. Gives the ball to Reijnders. Here's Foden. Foden with a shot! Phil Foden having a tremendous game for Manchester City and makes it 3-0 to Manchester City as well. Another cool as you like finish on his left foot into the back of the net. And a brilliant finish from Foden and a third for Manchester City. Good finish that from Phil Foden. And looks like this is going to be Dortmund's second loss of the season. City made easy work of Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund unhappy. They wanted a free kick in the build-up. Doesn't happen. That's a real good finish from Foden. Drops a shoulder. Is that him using Schlotterbeck again as his marker just to bend it round and into the back of the net? Brilliant finish from Foden. Tidy finish as well. Real good finish that from Foden. Will do his confidence the world of good. Gives a nice little gun celebration too. And Manchester City now 3 goals to the good. And I'll speak about how long is it going to be before Dortmund start to turn to the bench. Lots of quality on the bench. We've got lots of players who need some minutes. So it'll be a good time, I would have thought, sooner rather than later, for the likes of Foden and Haaland and Nico G and etc. to start to vacate the pitch and get some players on. I mean, we could do with Omar Marmoush maybe getting some minutes. Rico Lewis could be an option in midfield if you're wanting to have an extra option. That's going to be given away from Josko Gvardiol and gets away with that on Karim Adeyemi. Oh wow, Inter 1-1. Kairat's found an equaliser. Tijjani Reijnders with the assist. Tijjani Reijnders having a good game. So Nico O'Reilly with the throw in. Looked for Big Earl. Can't find him. Dortmund will get that and look to build their own attack. Nearly hitting the hour mark. Here's Adeyemi. Can't find his pass. Doku, can find his pass. And here's City then bursting forward. Dortmund trying to get players forward. Running like headless chickens to get back as Savinho can't find his man. And that'll just p-roll towards Tijjani Reijnders. Here's Phil Foden then. Back to Matheus Nunes. Yeah, what are we looking at in terms of City's bench again? Let's have a look. So, what are the options for City? Got to be looking at who's needing minutes. Oscar Bob could do with some minutes. Omar Marmoush could really do with some minutes. Rico Lewis could probably do with some minutes. Rayan Ait-Nouri could probably do with some minutes. And then either one of Khusanov or Ake. I'd say Ake probably the player that needs the minutes more. Khusanov only just coming back from injury. Not sure I'd be risking him when we don't need to. But yeah, there's options there for City if they want to utilise them as Nico O'Reilly comes forward. I certainly would be bringing Omar Marmoush on for Erling Haaland sooner rather than later. I don't really see the point with 30 minutes or so left in this game for Erling Haaland to still be on the pitch. We're 3-0 up. We've got a big game against Liverpool on Sunday. I think City maybe just be looking for a fourth. Savinho has a shot and it's over the top of the crossbar. That could easily have been the fourth. Yeah, I wonder if Pep's got a bit of PTSD from the Feyenoord game last year and doesn't want to take anything for granted, so he won't make the changes until they have a fourth, maybe. We'll see. Savinho should have at least got that on target there for me. Just gets his finish all wrong, slices it on the volley. Not an easy finish, but does everything right. Just not quite the execution. Galatasaray now 1-0 up. Barcelona have found an equaliser against Club Brugge. Here's Jeremy Doku. City will be taking on Galatasaray at the end of January. Doku not brought down, the referee says. Told to get up, and Dortmund going to bring 5 forward here. Work to the left, and a shot comes in and glanced wide by Svensson, and Dortmund going to prepare themselves. 3 changes. One of them is going to be Emre Can. Jobe Bellingham's also going to be coming on. I feel like it's a bit too late for Dortmund to be making them changes, but here we are. Anyway, guys, we're just 20 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Shot comes in from Dortmund, and that goes harmlessly over the top of the crossbar. Take a nick. Did take a deflection and out for a corner then. So a chance here from the corner for Borussia Dortmund and some defending for City to do. Again, we're just at an important part of this game. 64th minute. It's going to be 4 changes from Dortmund rather than 3, so it's going to be a big roll of the dice. Club Brugge now 3-2 up against Barcelona. That'll be a massive result, that, for Club Brugge. So corner here for Dortmund. Whipped in, headed clear by Manchester City at the near post. Not the best of balls in, but they get another chance to put a ball in, and it's good goalkeeping this time. Donnarumma catches the ball. He'll just throw that out to Jeremy Doku. Bayer Leverkusen now 1-0 up. Man City's next opponents in the Champions League. Much appreciated, Geffen, for keeping us up to date with the latest scores. Here's Doku then to Nico O'Reilly. He's going to get dispossessed, and Dortmund could be in here. A shot comes in, and it's an excellent save from Gianluigi Donnarumma. City just got to be careful. Got to be careful. Good save that from Donnarumma. Real good save. Gets a big, strong right arm onto the glanced shot across. And knocks it over the top of the crossbar. Now 16 likes to go to 100. Making good progress, so any help towards that would be great. Corner comes in. Fisted clear by Donnarumma, and that's a mishit from, I think it was Schlotterbeck, going for an outrageous 30-plus yard pile driver, which for Dortmund works out well in the end because they've got themselves a throw-in. So they're going to take their opportunity now to make these 4 changes. Try and make something happen. I'll just wait for the confirmation as to who's coming on and off. So, firstly, we're going to see Ben Siabani come off. Boyer's going to come off. We're going to see Emre Can come on. Jobe Bellingham's come on. So, Guirassy, Ben Sebaini, Bieri and Sabitzer are the 4 players that come off. And Chukwuemeka, Emre Can, Jobe Bellingham and Pascal Gross all come on for Borussia Dortmund. A lot of changes there into midfield. Looking for fresh legs in midfield. Wonder how long it'll be before Man City send out their response from the bench. .23 minutes to go. City lead here by 3-0. Here's Jeremy Doku. Nico O'Reilly made a good interception there. Doku can't help get City out. City got everybody camped inside their own half. As we're now just 14 likes away from 100, so any help towards that, guys, would be great. Atalanta now 1-0 up. Is Adeyemi with the shot and glanced wide. You feel like a Dortmund goal potentially coming, so City have just got to stick with this. Got to stick with this. Galatasaray 2-0 up. Donnarumma sends this one long. Looking for Haaland. Does ever so well to find Haaland. And Man City get themselves a free kick. Bit of wrestling going on there between Haaland and Emre Can. And some words exchanged as well between the two players. Which Erling Haaland not very happy with. He was pulling on his captain's armband. Really stretching his captain's armband. Don't really get what Emre Can's so upset about. It's as clear as a foul as you'd see. Again, some more words exchanged between Haaland and Emre Can. Here's Tijjani Reijnders. Lovely drop of the shoulder. He's got 4 ahead of him. Doku's one of them. On the left-hand side. Slows it down. No overlap. As Inter have gone 2-1 up. Here's Nico Gonzalez then to Phil Foden. How many points did City pick up in the Champions League last season from our 8 games? Because we're going on to 10 here after 4. I fancy that City are probably, I'd say 16 points might be enough for top 8. It means we're 2 wins away. Probably 2 wins and a draw would do it. Yeah, 2 wins and a draw would probably do it. So a free kick here for City. Phil Foden had his foot stood on by Felix Nmecha in a good crossing position. Might be tempted to have a shot. Goal looks for the head of Haaland and good save there from the keeper as Atalanta's goal ruled out. So I presume that stays 0-0. So into the final 20 minutes here. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now 14 likes away from 100. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. So a big 10 minutes or so here for City. I fancy if we can get through the next 10 minutes and we've not conceded. I'd probably say that would be that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Emre Can's approach as Josko Gvardiol commits a foul there on Adeyemi. I mean, Josko Gvardiol's hurt himself in the process of committing that foul as well. He's had a good game, Josko Gvardiol. Pep Guardiola just strokes his head. Things in a bit of deep thought. Pep Linders looks like he's in even more deep thought. City then 54% possession compared with 46 for Dortmund. City with 10 attempts on target, 3 goals. Dortmund 2 attempts on target. A couple of big saves for Donnarumma and no goals is the important statistic. A chance here, though, for Dortmund to put something into the City penalty area. It is worked and crossed in, and that's a lovely, lovely work set piece from Dortmund, and that's 3-1. I said it was important that we tried to get through the next few minutes without conceding, and Dortmund will consider that 1 goal back, and my PTSD from our Feyenoord game last season at the Etihad Stadium in November coming back to me there. Well worked set piece. Onside. Tidy finish there from Dortmund. And 3-1. And I think that, you know, I'd have liked to have seen City 10 minutes ago making some changes. Dortmund make the changes, looking to try and get back into the game. You know, they've got fresh legs on the pitch. They managed to make a 3-goal deficit into a 2-goal deficit, and you fancy if Dortmund can grab another in the next couple of minutes, Dortmund are well in business, and it's Dortmund that are looking well on top. And what we don't want here is just 18 minutes of constant Dortmund pressure into the City penalty area, and they've got themselves a corner. Corner comes in. Very close to the keeper. He gets a fist onto it and referee blows for a free kick on Gianluigi Donnarumma. And that's going to be a free kick and a bit of respite for Manchester City. Rayan Cherki's been called back over, so he's going to be coming on for the final 15 minutes here for City. Bernardo Silva also called over. And he's going to be coming on for the next 15 minutes. So it's a case of senior, experienced players coming on rather than giving regular minutes for players who haven't maybe had as many opportunities as they were looking for so far. As pushing the back there from Haaland means Dortmund get themselves a free kick. I think it was Nmecha the foul was on. So 16 minutes to go here at the Etihad. 3-1 Manchester City lead. Same scoreline, of course, that City beat Bournemouth by at the weekend. Nice ball played through, and Dortmund have got 2 over here. Adeyemi's going to play a ball deep. That's a big chance for Dortmund. Over the top of the crossbar. Ryerson it was with the opportunity there. I'm not sure it had counted because Adeyemi did look a toe offside. But flag never went up. And volleyed miles over the top of the crossbar. It remains 3-1 to the final 15 now. Oh, Haaland, according to Andy, said he's now scored in 5 consecutive games in the Champions League. For 3 teams, that's impressive. Very impressive. So Rayan Cherki and Bernardo Silva are going to be coming on. There's a high foot there. Referee says, get on with it. Dortmund keen to get on with it. Again, Dortmund just working it into space and a cracking block. Matheus Nunes does well to keep that in. John Stones with the block. Destined that was going to be 3-2. Remains 3-1. I think a corner given. Let's have another look at that block from John Stones. A brilliant, brilliant block from Stones. So I don't think Matheus Nunes managed to keep it in. So a corner given, but more defending for City to do. As we're now 13 likes away from 100. I'd be surprised to see City not send on a defensive substitution just in mind of Dortmund's constant pressure of getting an extra defender on. Not so much to see out the game, but just to help settle things down at the back. Not sure if it'd be Diaz. Yeah, see, there you go, Ruben Dias. I wonder if it might have been Ake or someone that might have come on, but no, they're going with Ruben Dias. They're clearly looking for a bit of leadership at the back. Ruben Dias will just come in and he'll just say, my job here is to keep things at bay. Tijjani Reijnders doesn't want to wait for Gianluigi Donnarumma. He's like, I'm getting rid of that. I'm not sure, as Savinho up against Schlotterbeck nearly wins that. And Savinho really unhappy with the linesman. And he's going to go into the book for dissent there, as the linesman got in his way. Not happy with it. So for dissent, Savinho into the book. Shoved the linesman as well there from Savinho. Not really sure what Savinho wants the linesman to do there. He's immature, isn't he, Savinho? He's immature. So, changes for City then. It's going to be Savinho's last act to pick up the yellow card. He's going to come off and Bernardo Silva's going to come on. Jeremy Doku's going to go off and Rayan Cherki's going to come on. And we're going to see Ruben Dias come on as well. See who that's for. Is it going to be for a defender or is it going to be for a midfielder? Barcelona now 3-3 according to Gethin. And it's going to be Tijjani Reijnders that comes off. There you go. So midfielder off and defender on. We're defending this out. We're defending this out. 11 minutes for City to see out. Got a 2-goal advantage. Need to just keep persevering with this. I suspect it's just going to be a barrage from Dortmund. That's a ball that comes through looking for Adeyemi. Cut off by Donnarumma. And City are looking to waste some time. Burn out the clock. Clock management. Own goal by Bruges sees Barcelona find an equaliser in an entertaining game in Belgium. Dortmund preparing their 5th and final change. Ball gets sent forward. Well cut off there by Josko Gvardiol. So O'Reilly's gone into midfield and Josko Gvardiol's gone to the left and Ruben Dias is through the centre. A good sliding challenge from... Oh no, City left exposed. It's a great sliding challenge. A double great sliding challenge from Gianluigi Donnarumma. Ederson would be proud of that. It was a flicked sliding pass from Josko Gvardiol, not really read by any of the defenders, and a double slide from Gianluigi Donnarumma. Sees Manchester City go up the other end, and Rayan Cherki nearly punishes. Perfect challenges from Donnarumma. Great sliding challenges. Great sliding challenges. Adeyemi is the final change. It's going to be Fabio Silva, I think, former Wolves player coming on. That should be cut off and Donnarumma will pick that one up for City. So another minute burnt off the clock. So guys, we're now 13 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe if you're new around here. And do go and download today's video sponsor, the SofaScore app. Links and details, they are in the description. Nico G looking for the flick on. He can't get the flick on and ball given away high up here by City. Here's Svensson. Nmecha works this back. Chance for something to get played forward by Dortmund. It just gets worked from left to right. Cross comes in. And keeper comes for it. Keeper doesn't claim it. City want something given. And they do get something in the end. I think City wanted a free kick on the push on John Stones from Fabio Silva. And referee obliges. So 8 minutes to go then here. City just going to launch this one forward. Fabio Silva, yeah. Just didn't work out for him at Wolves, did it? Naturally means, yeah, as you said, he's going to score a goal. Gavin says, I think I've won the man of the match. Definitely keeping us all up to date here. So, guys, we're just 10 likes away from 100 into the nervous 90s. Let's have a big push to 100 likes. We've got 7 minutes. We're 10 likes away. Any help towards that, guys, would be much appreciated. Mind, thank you for tuning in. Do hope you are well. A big 7 minutes here for Man City to try and see this out in what would be a big 3 points. As we're now 9 likes away. Start our countdown to 100 likes. Hopefully we can get another 100 liked live streams. It's been a good game. It's been an energetic game. Not really the perfect kind of game that you want in the build-up to a big game at the weekend against Liverpool, but I'm sure Liverpool would have said the same thing in their game at home yesterday against Real Madrid. It's not an ideal game that you want before a big game against Man City away, but here we are. You're running so close to the international break, you're basically running on fumes. As Omar Marmoush is going to be coming on for Manchester City very soon, as we're now 8 likes away. 8 more to go to 100. Any help towards that, guys, would be much appreciated. Dortmund to the edge of the penalty area. Chukwuemeka Emeka thinks about having a shot. He just works it to this right-hand side, and a cross is going to come in and should be headed clear by City. Eventually, Matheus Nunes is going to get this under control. He doesn't get it fully clear, but Donnarumma gives the shout and says, I want the ball, and gets the ball, as we're now 7 likes away from 100. You do get to see the rotating football when you press like on the stream, so a good way to encourage people to like. If you want to see the rotating football, then simply just press the like button. It won't be a thumbs up that pops up, it'll be a rotating football, which I think's entertaining. No idea how I've got that, but I have. It's not a setting or anything that I've put in, but we've got it, as we're now 5 likes away from 100. Emre Can continuing to get more comments in, as Nico O'Reilly, with 5 minutes to go, goes into the book. There's a through ball in there for him. Rayan Cherki looking for Erling Haaland, wondering where his service was. Wasn't enough power on it. And the late challenge from Nico O'Reilly sees him go into the book. So Erling Haaland is going to come off for Manchester City today. Another goal for Erling Haaland, of course. Always has to be a goal for Erling Haaland and a brace for Phil Foden today. On a racing channel, you see spinning wheels. That's cool. I like it. I like a bit of interactive fun. Nico O'Reilly's also going to come off, and I think Rayan Ait-Nouri is going to come on for Man City, getting another 5 minutes for City. So Omar Marmoush is on for City. He's going to go up top in place of Erling Haaland, and Nico O'Reilly goes off and Rayan Ait-Nouri comes on. Odin, thank you for tuning in. I do hope you are well. You are more than welcome. Hopefully see you at the next one on Sunday against Liverpool. So just 4 minutes for City to see out here. 4 minutes. And we're 5 likes away, guys. Can we do it? That's the question. Rodri is in the stands today, just behind the substitute bench. Looks a bit of a frustrated figure. How Rodri does. Kelly just wants to get on the pitch and be playing, really, doesn't he? Donnarumma then sends this one long in the 87th minute. Bellingham gets his head onto it. Dortmund have to send it long. City miss out on the second ball. A through ball comes in. Should be offside. Donnarumma collects that, so the flag never goes up, because it doesn't matter. Is John Stones. It's going to be given away by City, and is Dortmund looking to try and make something happen. Here's Bernardo Silva. Sends that down the flank past Former City man Felix Nmecha, as we're now 4 likes away. 4 more to go. We've got 2.5 minutes plus whatever's to be added on. See if we can get them 4 likes. We're so close. So close to 100. Can smell 100 likes again. It'd be great to make this another 100 like live stream as we hit 97. 3 to go. Got 2 minutes. In which case to do so. Here is Bellingham now, just works it to the left. Not the best of through balls there from Dortmund, and Donnarumma's just going to, again, just eat away at this clock. Atalanta have found that goal now, according to Geffen. If it stands, of course, again. We're eating in towards man of the match time. It's got to go to Phil Foden. He scored a brace. Been exceptional for City today. A couple of real tidy finishes from the edge of the penalty area. Can't really go to anybody else. But again, it's just been a good, solid team performance against a really good, informed Borussia Dortmund side. We've done what we've needed to do to get the result. And touch wood, come out injury-free as well. Happy days as far as I'm concerned. Bring on Liverpool. We're at a point in the season where it's not about how we're playing and statistic this, statistic that, and overanalyzing. It's about defending well, and when you're attacking, you're creating opportunities, and you're putting your opportunities in the back of the net and winning games, and that's exactly what Man City have done in this game, and it's what they did against Bournemouth. City coming forward looking for a fourth. A good time to get a free kick. I think it was Ait-Nouri, the player that went down. Nice little back heel from Rayan Cherki as well. From Rayan to another. So, nearly into added time then. What's going to be added on here? Kevin says, just realised I've got my exact score prediction right. If it stays that score, of course, because City in the penalty area. Trying to get a corner. We're into the first of 4 minutes added on here. 4 minutes then. So we've got 4 minutes, guys. 3 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. 3 likes to go then. Let's get them likes. So let's make it 100 likes. It should be Brill. Ball gets sent down the flank. Cut off well here by City. Is Cherki. Oh, Rayan Cherki with the goal for Manchester City. It's his turn now to put it into the bottom corner. And this time Manchester City do kill off this game and pick off an all-important 3 points and another goal for Rayan Cherki as well. Good stuff to see. Building on his assists that he's been getting over the last couple of weeks. Feeding in Erling Haaland, and he fancied getting himself a goal as well. Good stuff from Rayan Cherki, and that will be the 3 points for Manchester City as well. Good stuff. Super sub Cherki with the goal. So good tidy finish. Deflection into the bottom corner. Bump. Done. Right, we're 2 likes, guys. Just 2 more likes to go to 100. City are going to win today. Bruges 4-3 up. Wow. A game and a half that in Belgium. Pep Guardiola liked what he saw from Rayan Cherki there. You know, this is what I was on about with Savinho the other day. Coming off the bench, you want him to come on and make something happen. You know, give them headaches to Pep Guardiola. Rayan Cherki, he's giving them headaches to Pep Guardiola. He's saying, you've put me on the bench today. You rotated me. I want to start. I scored a goal. Start me, Pep, against Liverpool, please. And he will. He will. Right, guys, we've hit 100 likes. Another 100 like live stream, which is absolutely brilliant. 4 goals for City. We're going to be picking up the win. We're going to be getting 3 points. It's been a sensational live stream. So, it's a work day. So, I'm going to crack on with doing my match reaction up in the next hour for you guys to enjoy. So, upon full time of today's game, I will be ending it there. So, I want to say a big thank you to you guys for tuning in and interacting with me today. It's been much appreciated. It's been another great live stream, and I'm looking forward to covering the Liverpool game as well on Sunday. I think that game kicks off at 4:30 p.m. GMT, so we'll be live at 4 p.m. for you guys to enjoy on Sunday. Another Man City live watch along. So I will see you guys for that. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Let's go for 110 likes in the post-production. That would be great. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below or in the live chat whilst we're live for the next couple of minutes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. Keep you guys up to date with all the latest City content here on YouTube, so do subscribe. Social media links are in the description too if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Thank you very much, Andy. Much appreciated. Jean says, Cherki Haaland on Sunday. Mark my words, it's inevitable. Has to be inevitable, as the great Egg says. Cherki, inevitable. Haaland, inevitable. Everything's just inevitable. Seamus, thank you for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Julia says, we're up to 4th. How many points did we finish on in the Champions League last year? Did we even make it to 10 points? I know we needed a win on the final game to get through to the last 16 playoff by the skin of our teeth, but yeah, Geffen says a goal disallowed. Does that mean it's back to 3-3? That's crazy. Anyway, final seconds of the game. Odin, why is Santa Claus always so cheerful? As the full-time whistle does go here at the Etihad, and Manchester City win this game by 4-1, and a fantastic win sends City onto 10 points. And we've got a game coming up in, I think, 3 weeks' time, where we'll be taking on Bayer Leverkusen in our next Champions League game at the Etihad Stadium. Seamus, thank you for tuning in. See you on Sunday. And Odin just... my, oh my. Right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and finally do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. And I'll see you again on Sunday for the next one. Alternatively, I'll be up in the next hour with my match reaction from this game. So do go check that out, and I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Take it easy as well, Melody. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Ciao for now.